Let's start with Trump and Newsom. These two guys. This is cosmic because the people of Los Angeles need federal help, and Newsom has to figure out how to get a guy who calls him New Scum to give him money. Newsom might run for president, of course, and Trump really wants to set down a beachhead in California. He wants to do what he couldn't do his 3 runs for president, which is substantially accelerate MAGA influence in the Golden State. So they both talked about each other in the run up to the visit. It's still not clear. Newsom says he wasn't invited to come, but he's going to show up at the airport. Could be awkward if they won't let him in. But here's Donald Trump talking to Sean Hannity about the governor of California.
States, by definition, or sanctuary cities, they're aiding and abetting in the law breaking. Okay, they're going to get federal funds.
Yeah. We're trying to get rid of them. We're trying to end them, and a lot of the people in those communities don't want them. You know, California is a big example.
Would you cut off their money?
I might have to do that. Sometimes that's the only thing you can do. Look, California is a great example of it. If you actually polled the people, they don't want sanctuary cities, but Gavin Newsom does, and these radical left politicians do. And, you know, if you asked them why, they couldn't even. I watched Gavin Newsom try to answer that question. He was unable to even answer. He looked like an idiot.
All right. Not necessarily very accommodating or gracious. Here's Gavin Newsom yesterday in California teeing up the visit, classic Gavin style.
A lot of relationships in the Trump world, a lot of relationships of trust. I communicate with a lot of folks around him, folks that have his ear and influence. I don't want. This is a sideshow, a lot of this stuff, but I know it's the show that will probably be the focus of a little bit too much tomorrow. When all I care about is what we can do together.
For Gavin Newsom, as Air Force One is taxiing, what would be your last minute instructions to him to how to do what he needs to do?
Yeah, I would keep it on the wildfires. I would make it about policy and recovery and not go to these sideshows. I mean, that was classic Trump. Always on offense, not on the fires, but on immigration, right? He's trying to find the place where he is strong and he thinks Gavin is weak. And Gavin gets up there and is defensive. It's like, oh, well, I reached out. Just stay focused on rebuilding. Like, I would try to be bigger. And then what I would do is turn around when Trump leaves. Apparently, he has tried to call Trump several times. Trump won't return his phone calls. Like, that's personal. That is when Trump is being petty. Trump is trying to, like, score points. So I would just keep it on the fire, keep it on recovery, kind of be cool, calm, and collected, not defensive and go chasing the red balls that Trump may try to toss out.
Sean, we know what Newsom wants from Trump. He wants him to support lots of quick aid to California. What does Trump want out of this, and out of Newsom in particular?
So let me go back 1 second. I just want to make sure that I note this again. Speaker Johnson's comments, President Trump's comments, there will be strings tied to California's recovery aid. It's going to happen. I've said it before. I just want to make sure I'm crystal clear on this. Second, what Trump.
Why do you say it's going to happen?
Because they've dug a line. They can't walk this. I mean, you got both.
But they need Democrats' votes.
So at the end of the day, if you're a Democrat from California, are you really going to go that hardcore that you're going to say some, regulatory change, and you're not going to vote for aid?
Because you know what? You're the beggar. You need us.
Well, it depends on what it is, right? There's strings. There's poison pills. Well, I don't think they're going to raise the debt ceiling for this money, but. Is that what you mean specifically, Sean, or do you just mean there's going to be other stuff in whatever bill
No,
it's in?
I don't think they'll go as far as the debt ceiling, but I do think that they're going to say you have to agree that there can't be sanctuary cities. You have to agree that you'll allow the water regulatory issues that we've shared concern. They're going to make it tied to say, if we do this, it can't happen again. You have to allow deforestation. I mean, they're going to extract something so they can say they got something.
Gentlemen's bet that doesn't happen.
All right.
All right. Well, I'll say this. I lean a little bit more towards Sean, although, again, I'm not sure how much they'll get. I think this is a reflection of Trump's greater strength in general and the dominant media's weakened state.